Hey guys, it's Sooooo for Life here. I'm back. I am back with season 2 of Fate, doing reviews for every episode. So, if you haven't watched the Fate series, it is basically off of Winx Club, but like an adult version of it, like a very adult version of it. So they did their own thing. A lot of similar, they took the concept and did their own thing with it. So a lot of differences, but this is season 2. So if you haven't watched my episodes from season 1 reviews, go do that. Or it's over here, I guess. Go do that and come back. Also, go ahead and watch the actual episodes before you come to me if you don't want spoilers, because spoiler alert, there are spoilers, obviously. Because I will be talking about the episode and different things in it and what I thought. So, we are going to season 2. So, of course, there's tons we don't have to talk about because I discussed it in season 1. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Handy dandy notes, so stay on topic. As you know, if obviously you know my series by now, or at least just me, I talk a lot, so feel free to fast forward the video in regards of like making it 1.25 speed and faster, just because then I'll sound like a chipmunk, but you get everything a lot faster. Because I like to talk. ADHD, so I do love talking. So otherwise, yeah. So without further ado, let's get to it. So, of course, to recap just a tiny bit, the end of the series, again, spoilers, Rosalind killed Dowling. So she is presumed missing in this season, and Dowling said that she ran away, or Rosalind said that Dowling ran away, which isn't true because she killed her. So, the girls went to Bloom's house and told her parents everything, and came back, and obviously Stella's mom was there, so she knows Stella is there. Just hiding, and decided to run away from home so she doesn't get to have all of her clothes like she did before and everything. So now she's wearing like Crocs and stuff, and she hates it. But so it's a little bit of a change for Stella. The actress cut her hair. A lot of actors changed their hair. So I'm going to keep saying Dowling. Rosalind has a different actress than last season because of conflicts of actor schedules. So there is Rosalind's character and another character. I think it's Terrence Sam's dad is a different actor. That one I didn't notice at all. But Rosalind's I did 100%. So yeah. Anyways, so the little changes, but otherwise haircuts and stuff, but it's still Rosalind, character-wise. So we kick off there, where apparently it's been some time has passed, with Rosalind being the new head, and she acts like she has no idea where Farah is, and Bloom is very worried about Farah, because as we know in the end of last season, she kind of reconciled with Dowling and really kind of realized how important Dowling was to her, in regards of how messy everything got, and that Dowling really was just trying to do what was best for everyone. And anyways, so we have a lot of concerned Bloom about that in this season. And also Silver got arrested, and fifth thing, I don't even know. Silver got arrested. So Silver got arrested because now Sky's father, Andreas, is back. We can tell he's a dick already. So yeah, and even Andreas Silver kind of alluded to that a little bit. But yeah, so he's getting arrested, and he has been arrested and in jail, and apparently it's been a few months. And yeah, Sky is still very conflicted about everything. But otherwise, yeah. So we have a lot going on. Sky's dad raised Beatrix. They're almost like brother and sister, but that wasn't mentioned in the first episode, like about anything about any of that. But it was very clear. So I guess let's start with that. Beatrix is not blind. She was the big bad kind of last season, and you know, she kind of just it's put to the side as a secretary in this season, and she doesn't like that Rosalind is not giving her answers where she came from, and also isn't giving her answers about, you know, she knows Rosalind's shady. Beatrix isn't stupid. She does know Rosalind is very shady. And also she's not using her to her fullest potential, because Beatrix is the kind of person you want to know if you want her working for you. So, instead of against you. So, a little tension there with Beatrix and Rosalind. And Beatrix and Andreas, we got a nice scene about showing kind of the father-daughter relationship there. Which I'm like, okay, at least, you know, they were together 16 years. He raised her and everything. So at least, you know, they were in hiding together. Like, they couldn't be exposed. And, you know, of course, there's a father-daughter relationship there. So I'm kind of glad to see he's not also brushing her off. He does see and hear Beatrix about everything. So at the very least, you know, it's not, you know, but at the very least, you know, it's not, sorry, I'm readjusting my camera. Seal my messy bed. I tried to hide it with a blanket, and apparently that didn't work. I just realized it, and I was like, you know, whatever. But anyways, at the very least, at least Andres does care about her, like, legitimately. Seems like he does love her as a daughter, kind of, you know, because he raised her and whatnot, you know? Like, there has to be something there, you know, to show he isn't just a monster, because he's a dick. So, you know, he's not a great person. But at the very least, you can see some saving grace there with him showing actual love for Beatrix. So, you know, and hearing her and seeing her, and it's like, they had so much time together and everything, and like, there has to be a real bond there somewhere, and it's good to see one. I'm happy to see that there is an actual father-daughter bond there. So yeah, think about it. He raised her to be manipulative and all the things. But regardless, you know, at the very least, yeah. So anyways, moving on. Sticking with the Beatrix thing, let's just keep on with Beatrix here. Not much to say other than Beatrix, Riven, and Dane being a threesome. That's that. That's happening. Okay. I mean, really, there's not much to say on that one. That's a thing. Yeah. And then Beatrix and Stella in the end there are, Beatrix did hear, you know, because she's kind of in Aisha's old position, being the secretary and stuff. So Beatrix did hear her putting that, Rosalind putting that thing on Stella that literally made her bleed, and heard her screaming from it, so and stuff. So she knows about it. But yeah, so Stella and Beatrix are starting to become friends. That's interesting. See where that goes. But I mean, Beatrix, you know, now we know she doesn't have an ulterior motive anymore because her mission's accomplished. So she's not necessarily the bad guy anymore or anything. So it's like, okay, she's still a Spitfire though. She's a wild ball. Beatrix is very interesting because she's a wild ball, and especially now that she doesn't have a mission anymore, purpose or mission, so it's kind of out there. So yeah, Beatrix is gonna be very interesting to watch this season. Let's see here. Where are we going? All right, got that. Stella's restrictions. You know, she ran away from home, so she does not have her clothes anymore from before, fashion and everything. And she also cannot turn invisible anymore because not Dowling. Rosalind has put that thing on her back and stuff. So she's restricted to the school and everything. So, and I think Beatrix is giving her fashion help or something. I don't know. There's a funny thing about shoes going on there. So watching, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, it's whatever. Anyways, yeah, otherwise, Stella, I guess we're done with that. Bloom and Sky. Well, actually, let's wrap back to Riven for a second here. Riven is not an idiot. He's a proper delinquent, as we established last season. He is not choosing to just blindly follow Rosalind, much like Beatrix, unlike Dane. He is questioning things, and he saw the water that Aisha sent with the keys to help Silver get out, and he said nothing. So, because he actually does care about Silver, Riven does agree that, you know, Silver doesn't deserve this. So, anyways, yeah, it's Silver or Scylla. Yeah, I'm calling him Silver like the color because, you know, that's just my choice. It's very difficult to understand what they're saying, and it's like, you know what, I thought his name was Silver, so we're going with it. You know who I mean. So yeah, because Silver was getting exiled to a frozen tundra or something place, and they'll never see him again, so the girls broke him out. Yeah. So back to Bloom. Bloom and Rosalind are spending time together. Rosalind very clearly wants Bloom to grow and everything, and Bloom's been holding back purposely, but now she is deciding to get closer to her is going to help her figure out her plan, because she does not trust her, and that's good. That is good. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Bloom. Now we're gonna connect to the Bloom train. Bloom and Sky are getting a little hot and heavy. I am questioning. I'm so much questioning. Is Bloom a virgin? Like, not that it's a big deal, but, like, she seemed like she knew what she was doing. Like, she did not seem shy or anything. Like, I know she was a loner, but we really didn't know about her school life or anything. Just because she didn't have many friends doesn't mean she didn't date. Or, you know, hook up with a guy. So it's like, she really does seem like she knows what she's doing, though. So it doesn't look like she's nervous or anything. So I don't think this is her first rodeo. I'm going to say she's not. I mean, most of them are. Tara obviously is. Good for Tara, you know, I mean, she's still powerful and everything. It's not like that big of a deal. It was just a curious thing in my head. I'm like, I don't think she's a virgin, because she seems like she knows what I mean, Muse is not either, and Stella obviously is Sky, and obviously, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you know, most kids aren't nowadays, but, you know, I mean, it just kind of, interesting. They're getting hot heavy. This guy just wants this little moment to play with her hair. It's great. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just like, oh my god, yes. Oh, the Bloom and Sky. I'm a huge Bloom and Sky fan from the original series, so I'm very happy about that. Bloom, not much else about Bloom here, except for, okay, so I have a thing, and I think it's a personal thing, about the first few scenes in this episode, Bloom did not have any eyebrow liner whatsoever. And her, just like me, have very light hair. So our eyebrows tend to blend into our skin and look like we have no eyebrows when we don't use anything. So, see where I'm going with this, right? So, I do think they forgot it or something. I don't know. But I noticed it a lot. But then later in the episode, I noticed they didn't forget it. And she definitely had some brow. They changed up the style that they used for it. Because it was much darker last season and not notable in that regard. But they definitely are using like a lighter brown now. But you know, I'm no one to judge. But it just, I hate, it's like the Super Saiyan 3 thing. I can't stand it. Like Super Saiyan 3, you know, Dragon Ball Z and stuff, they just don't have eyebrows. It's just muscle there, no eyebrows, and it drives me crazy because it looks so creepy. So, you know, I noticed for sure that her eyebrows almost disappeared. And I'm like, where are Bloom's eyebrows? It just looks so weird. But then later they did bring it back. So I'm like, okay, yeah, just please. I just want to know where she has eyebrows because it bothers me. That's just a personal thing. That really is. Most people might not even notice it. But to me, it's a personal thing. Anyways, yeah, that's all about Bloom. Moving on. Sky and having a lot of mixed feelings about his dad and about Silver in general. Because he just learned everything right before his dad came back. So, like, whoa. So Sky's still processing. Yeah. And let's see, that's enough about them. I'm seeing most everything is almost checked off here. Aisha, I think that's the last thing I have not covered yet. Aisha and Gray, the guy at the pool. I don't know what they're saying. Is it Greg or Gray? Or Craig? I don't know. I don't know what they're saying. It sounds like everyone says it different every time. I don't know what his name is. Anyways, you know, Aisha, not wanting, you know, kind of, this guy's a jokester, you know, he's full of himself a little bit, you can tell. You know, when Musa and stuff, he's just like, well, if you want to come by later, you know, I'm going to be auditioning a new pair of Speedos. They really bring out the color in my eyes. You know, like, yeah, he's very full of himself. Yeah, so, but Musa is getting, payback for Aisha outing her to Sam in the first season. So Musa is getting payback. It's so fun to see. I love their little banter about it. She's like, because in the first season, Musa is like, I hate you, I hate your children's children, and I hate your children and your children's children. You are dead to me. So, you know, you are dead to me part came later. But yeah, this one, Aisha's like, I will drown you. And then in the car, and they're just like, all talking about it. And you can't hide from Musa. She's a mind fairy. I love it. I love it. And then, and it's just like, the guy with the abs, and Bloom's like, abs? Oh, they're all having so much fun with Aisha on this. Oh, it's great. Oh, it is hilarious. So I'm excited to see where that goes. That'll be interesting, because Aisha seems like kind of like Bloom in that regard. The standoffish, you know, about a bit not, you know, just standoffish. So yeah, they, yeah. So Aisha is going to be very interesting to watch with this Gray Craig, whoever his name is, that guy. Let's just call him the abs guy, you know? So yeah, that will be interesting to watch develop. And of course, in the end of the episode, big thing, Rosalind is the reason those specialists in the beginning of the episode, or the specialist girl and the mind fairy guy, went missing, and that creature that attacked the guy and it was assumed dead apparently escaped Rosalind's torture chamber. And but of course, you know the specialist girl's dead just because, you know, Rosalind made her kill herself, clearly. And then the creature, you know, but yeah, he just said Rosalind's name, and then yeah, so hopefully we'll get some answers on that. But otherwise, yeah, yeah, that's questionable. We all know Rosalind's very bad. Beatrix sees it. Riven kind of sees it. Bloom 100% sees it. They all see it. Yeah, so we'll see about what happens there. I guess that's it for the first season. For the first... Oh, I inhaled my saliva. Take a deep breath and actually breathe between breaths, between words, and that's what I get. So, you know, that's that. It looks like Sky, well, not Sky, just in general, Rosalind's bad. You know, we all know that. But yeah, so we'll see. I feel like my wig is like slowly falling off this entire time, but it's okay. But anyways, we shall see what happens there. I guess we'll find out. Who knows? This is actually the first you guys have really seen of this room. I know, ADHD just out of anywhere, but anyways, I'm basically done with the review. But yeah, I got lights, I put lights up and stuff, and I tried to move everything to the side of the bed, but apparently forgot I'd be blocking this half, and I should have put the blanket on the other side to cover that. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, you guys haven't really seen this since I've been back to Indiana. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so that's my review of this is first episode of season 2 of Fate. I did used to think it was Fated, and apparently it's just Fate. That was my bad in the first series. But in the first season reviews that I did. But yeah, as always, I'm open-minded about this and stuff. I like the changes. Like, at this point, you know, we're pretty well versed in everything. So it's like, okay, so we're just moving forward with, right, Musa. Musa taking away the edge off of Aisha's anxiety about the plan having to change, and Tara mentioning that might not be a good idea. Since Musa's getting used to absorbing some people's emotions and stuff now. And it seems in the end of the episode that Sam really, at least knowingly, you know, she's doing it for Sam, for some of the pain he's going through. But, yeah, yeah, we're going to see where that goes. I didn't write that down. But yeah, we're going to see where that goes, because Tara's warning, I feel, is a wise warning, especially when people don't know she's doing it. Now, Sam knows, so maybe that's, you know, but Aisha didn't, and, you know, I can see where it might be better for her to be anxious because there's a reason for that, rather than, you know, because that, you know, you're taking that emotion away, even a little bit, you know. So I don't know, it makes me weary about that. From Musa and everything, so we shall see what happens with that. But anyways, yeah, I'm going into the series of open mind. At this point, you know, we're just used to the characters, and this is just how it is. So we shall see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, I hope personally that they find out what happened to Dowling. And then they do find out that she's dead and was murdered and stuff, you know, just because, yeah. Yeah, I do hope we get justice for Dowling. And then, because I know she's shady and stuff, but she had her reasons, and she didn't know the full story anyways, from Rosalind and whatnot and everything. And we know Rosalind's, she's not just shady, she just straight out is bad, obviously. So, yeah. So, yeah. We'll see about that. We'll see how things go with that and everything. So, yeah. We'll see how it all works out. And, or, you know, it's only episode 1. So, you know, we'll see how things go. And I will see you guys next episode. I feel like this is a good stopping point. So, 25 minutes, hey-o. 26, you know, hey-o. This is Sailor Leoka for life. And I will see you for my episode 2, season 2, Fate review. Bye. Signing off.